Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is my review recap. Warriors, come out and play. Okay. This is going to be my first segment for my new little, series, little segment that I got going on. Mafia Mondays, okay, aka Mafia Mob Days. We're gonna be doing all Mafia mob movies, gangster movies, hood classics, cult classics. We're gonna be getting on into all of my favorites because I got lists upon lists upon lists, and I want to talk about it, y'all. So I know the Warriors, maybe a little played out, maybe corny to some, and I can get it, and we're gonna call out some of the corny parts, but baby, it's still one that I enjoy watching. I get a kick out of it. I still notice new things about it, and yes, it's a lot for us to get into and break on down, y'all. This definitely is a cult classic. It cost them about $4 million to make, and it made $22.5 million at the box office. This, of course, came out in 1979 and was based on a novel that was done in 1965 of the same name. Now, I don't think we too surprised to find out that, vandalism and violence started getting reported, and you know how we do. We got to blame it on the movies. We got to blame it on the music. So Paramount Pictures did temporarily hold advertising on this film, so we really didn't know how much it was going to make because we felt like things was going up and we didn't want it to be blamed on this. Definitely had a lot of spinoffs come from this, had video games from this, comic books from this, so that speaks for itself and lets you know that this is definitely one that is to be remembered, okay? And we also had talks of something being done between 2016 and 2018. It got moved from Hulu to Netflix, but then we still ain't hear nothing about it. So whether that be because of the COVID situations that we had happen, or the writer's strike, or a mixture of both, we really don't know. That remains to be seen. There also was talks in 2023 of Lin-Manuel doing a stage play. Now, y'all know how I be feeling about remakes. Some things I say we got to leave it alone. We just got to remember it for what it was and enjoy it for what it was. But that shows what an impact that this movie did have. We also had talks of Tony Danza and Sigourney Weaver starring in one of these. Now, I was like, I like Sigourney, don't get me wrong, okay? Put some respect on her name, but I don't know how well that would have played. We guess we will never know. And a little fun fact, even though we were going from Coney Island to the Boogie Down, okay, and from the Boogie Down to Coney Island, trying to survive these New York streets, actually, when we see the scene that's in the park, that is actually a Manhattan River side park, okay, where they filmed that, right? And I have hung out in there, and so that was interesting to find that out. So of course, if you are not familiar with the Warriors story, this is a story of a turf battle, okay, between the NY Street gangs, child, and we are raging from Coney Island to the Bronx, like I said, and the Warriors are accused of basically taking out Cyrus, who was the leader of the Gramercy Rips, and we can't have that. And so we got every gang in the city, okay, out for revenge, okay, honey. So we going into this story, and we know it's been battles since the beginning of time. All right. We start out finding about the Battle of Cunaxa from 401 BC. And we know, there's always kind of been blood in the streets, blood on the dance floor, as Michael Jackson would say. And so this is a story of courage too. Okay, this too is a story of courage, and of course it is the story of none other than the warriors. Okay, put some respect on their daggone name. So we over here, trying to make our way. Like I said, we have these 9 individuals who are a part of the gang. Okay, of course, we somewhere in the future, we out in Coney Island, we got the Wonder Wheel. I've seen the Wonder Wheel many of times, but have never been on it because I don't do Ferris wheel, I don't do roller coasters, I don't do none of that. Y'all can keep it. I don't like nothing that goes up off the ground. So I like to look at it, but I don't like to be on it. Okay, don't judge me. But yeah, that's the Wonder Wheel. And we have, the warriors, who basically consist of the war chief. I'm sorry, actually the war leader, Cleon, the war chief Swan, the scout, aka Fox, the graffiti artist Rembrandt. Okay, that name speaks for itself, right? He's always drawing things. We have the soldiers, which consist of Snow, Cowboy, Cochise, Vermin, and a quick-tempered Ajax. Now, let me just say, okay, Ajax, aka the enforcer. Ajax works my daggone nerves. Now, I don't think I was the biggest fan of his back in the days, but doing the rewatch on this, I said, you know what? Ajax, you really was trash, okay? You was really a jack behind. And it was funny because my son recently watched it too, and he said how much he actually liked Ajax a lot back in the days. But rewatching this for him, he was like, yo, he was really disgusting, okay? He was full of crap. He wasn't about shit, okay, basically. So I was laughing at that because I definitely agree with him. I was like, he deserved everything he got. But we getting over here up on this train, honey. Okay, the D train in the building, honey. I've taken that one plenty of times. The D train goes, straight from the Bronx into Brooklyn. And of course, from Brooklyn to the Bronx, you actually can go to 161st Street, right where Yankee Stadium is, okay, the Bronx Bombers, and take it right from there, which is not too far from my house. So we see the D train pulling up, and we see that Cleon is basically giving them the breakdown, saying, listen, I'm going to listen to what, Cyrus got to say. I want to hear. I'm interested in this meeting that he's calling. He's calling for all the gangs around New York City to come together. Okay, we are one. We want to bring it on together because we're stronger together than apart. We don't want no weapons. We don't want no hammers. Okay, we just want you. We come in peace, right? And he said we at least owe him to be able to listen to what he got to say in this conversation. And right now he's all for it. And so that is the point. That's what we getting up on this train to go do, so that we can see and at least hear him outright before we make any type of decisions of it. Of course, some is leery, and we're also saying that we've never been to the Bronx before. This is going to be our first time taking this train from Brooklyn over to the Bronx, so we don't really know what to expect, okay? But we're going to give Cyrus the benefit of the doubt. So, as we are going, child, on this train ride, okay, everybody on a board, okay, or aboard, we begin to see all these different gangs, y'all, and I'm like, these gangs was funny to me, okay? I mean, I wasn't around in the 70s with the gangs, but I don't know if this was what necessarily, gangs would have been wearing, but honey, we had some that, in my opinion, okay, let's just take a little closer look at them, because some was giving me clown, some was giving me we just going around to hang out, some even look like they was moms. We got these crews walking down that look like they about to take a damn trip to Hawaii somewhere, okay? Then we got these ones that's coming up the stairs that, in my opinion, just really look like regular Joe Schmoes. They little black tank tops on. We could have been going to hang out in the park, have a drink, have a smoke, or whatever the case may be. Then we got these ones that's giving me a little dressy, okay, that we could possibly maybe about to take the train to the Apollo and do a little do wop 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 do. And then we have these ones that basically is giving me, I'm going bowling, okay? I'm going to go bowling tonight, and this is my bowling patrolling team. So I said, are y'all really supposed to be scaring anybody? Now, I know looks can be deceiving, and we also always kind of say that it kind of goes both ways. Like on one hand, first impressions, right, is supposed to be lasting impressions and things of that nature, but also don't judge a book by a cover. So just because they don't look like, they scary, maybe they really are. Maybe they could get down and dirty. I don't know, but I know that none of them would have been necessarily, scaring me just off first glance at them. I'm just saying, right? But these is all of the different gangs coming together. And when you look at this crowd, y'all, I mean, it is thousands in this freaking park. He was not playing. Everybody did come to hear what Cyrus had to say. We all gathered around there from all different types of walk of life, from all different boroughs, of New York City. And we are trying to at least give Cyrus the chance to go ahead and spread his message that he want to spread. So that's a good thing, right? Or so you would think. Now, in the meantime, we seeing, of course, some more of these faces, and we seeing that most of the warriors is kind of like shaking their head in agreement, hearing what he got to say. Some are still a little leery, which is understandable. You're going to always have one out the bunch that may not like this coming together idea, and maybe a hater amongst the midst, right? And so as Cyrus finally gets up here and he's saying his speech, he's basically like, look how many of y'all that's here. We can have 20,000. We could double that to 40,000. We could have that be 60,000. There's only 20,000 daggone cops in New York City. So we would basically outnumber them. And think about the strength that we have in numbers. Think about what we can bring to the table. Think about the things that we can do, I see us being able to really build an empire here, right? And so why should we have to do it separately when we can do it all together? And this is basically his message. And it seems like most people is actually starting to clap. They starting to feel the daggone vibe of what he's saying. They like, hey, maybe he is on to something here, right? And of course, it has to always, like I said, be one in the bunch. We do see a cop car pull up, and we also seeing somebody passing a weapon, but we don't necessarily know at this point who it is. And as the crowd is cheering, of course, we want to know, okay, Cyrus want to know, I want to know, and you should want to know, can you dig it? Can you dig it? Okay, are you with us or not? Are you with us or are you against us, right? Could this be your vision too? And so apparently for daggone Raggedy behind Luther, okay, aka Satan as I like to call him, he can dig it, okay? He over here trying to take this daggone hammer out and take freaking, Cyrus out because he don't like this coming together talk. We want to keep everything separated. Now, you were thinking this big crowd is going to go one or two ways. Either somebody is going to spot you because you never know who got their eyes on you, okay? Somebody's watching you. It could always be somebody in the cut, or because it's such a big crowd, maybe I could go ahead and get away with this and nobody isn't really going to notice me, right? Or he just didn't give a damn. But nonetheless, he takes the shot and Cyrus is hit and he falls. Now, of course, if you hearing shots, everybody's running, scrambling, and shook and scared, trying to get the heck up out of the way. They trying to make sure that they don't end up shot. And we have, the graffiti artist Rembrandt, I mean, you could see the fear all over his face and that he didn't know which way to go. And Cleon basically ends up telling him, like, y'all all run that way, right? And we see that one of them actually did spot that Luther took this shot, and Luther looks him directly in his face. And I'm like, oh boy, Luther, okay, what you about to do, right? Because he looked like he was about to go ahead and try to take a shot at him too. But of course, they go running away as Cleon told them to do. And at the same time, since the cops was already here on the spot, we get them, trying to make the drop and turning their lights on. And so now we are not only running because of hearing these shots, but we also running because Popo is here. Okay, so we trying to get away from there. And Cleon kind of stays behind and is watching to check to see what's the outcome going to be with Cyrus, how he doing as they pull, Cyrus away. And old Raggedy behind Luther starts to yell, it was him. I saw him. It was you. You're the one that shot Cyrus. And so Cleon is like, what the hell you talking about? Like, I ain't do nothing. I was just standing here. And unfortunately for freaking, Cleon, that's all you need is one person to yell out, is a big crowd. We really don't know what's what. tempers is, flared, and we gonna go all crazy. And not for nothing, Cleon was holding his own, okay? He was doing what he had to do, but he really could not hold but so much against 40 damn people pounding on him. So they done freaking beat him to the Pope, okay? And of course, his warrior brothers don't even have no clue about this. They done ran and they done got by this graveyard. And it's always that one in the freaking movie, child, that seems to have time to argue. Okay, Ajax basically want to argue with Swan and be like, "Who the hell put you in charge? Why should you be in charge? Do you even know how to get, to the train stations? Do you even know any directions?" I'm like, "Do you, Ajax? Really? Do you?" I mean, this, first of all, is not the time nor the place to have this argument. And secondly, you talking about who put him in charge, but it's a known fact that Cleon was the war leader and that Swan was next in charge as the war chief. So what are we talking about? What is even the debate, right? And so y'all wasting time with this argument, and y'all also don't know that Cleon done been taken the heck up out of here. They just figuring that he was basically arrested. So it's like, we don't got time to sit here and argue about this, right? And then they even have the nerve to tell Rembrandt, like, "Well, go ahead and leave our symbol here." I said, really, y'all got time to sit here and deface somebody's freaking, grave with y'all big red W or whatever, instead of just running and trying to get to this train? Because what we finally, come to an agreement with is that we're gonna go ahead, make our way to the train as fast as we can, get up out of here, because we don't know if the truce is still on, and that's probably going to be over now. And on top of that, we got Popo looking for us, so we want to get to the train and get back to Brooklyn as fast as we can. And if we should get separated or anything goes down, we are going to meet up at 14th Street, okay, no matter what. So we going ahead to make our way, but somewhere in Gramercy Park, okay, there's another meeting being held. Okay, we got that green light going. Okay, forget the red light special. Right now, it's a go. We putting out the word. We want to know who the hell is the Warriors. Okay, I want them all. I don't give a good darn. Okay, bring them to me dead or alive. They done took Cyrus out. They got to pay. Okay. And we all know that they didn't take Cyrus out, but they don't know. And unfortunately, baby, we about to have the whole NYC looking for them. So calling everybody around the world. All right. Get on your job, get to doing what you got to do. We cannot let them make it back to Brooklyn. They got to go down tonight. You don't come over here disrespecting Cyrus and the Gramercy Rips, okay? You must have lost your freaking mind. We getting on this radio where everybody, okay, can hear this message, and we can have all the gangs in the street looking for the Warriors. So, child, we seeing, still all of these different ones, and all of them in different places, hearing this message, of course, coming across at the same time. And we like, oh, okay, the Warriors thought they was going to sit here and play in our face. Okay, we got something for them, right? They will not be making it home tonight. So we do get to the train station, okay, and it's looking real empty, okay, real dark, and ain't nothing happening. And we like, well, why we not moving? Why we just standing here? What we gonna do? What's the game plan? But then we see this big old truck start pulling up, okay, with the bullhead bandits, and we like, hold up, wait a minute. But my man Swan, he don't be trying to play, okay? He said, we ain't gonna be doing the peekaboo all night. Either we going or we not. I'm not going to be running. I'm not going to be scared. Like, let's go. Let's get the hell up out of here. The more time we stay in here wasting, time, that's not going to be helping the situation. So they go ahead and make a run for the daggone, train station or whatever. At this point, the bullhead bandits do a U-turn, and they coming after them, literally running them down with this truck down the middle of the freaking street. And they do, escape from them by the skin of their teeth. And we get on the train and literally ride it probably 1-2 stops before we seeing a fire. And we like, the bigger question is, not just what's the odds of this fire all of a sudden being randomly started over here where we have to get off the train now and we can't make it home, but who the hell started the fire in the first place, okay? So we got to get off the train. Now over here we get Luther, okay, they basically terrorizing this girl at the newsstand, and he's using the phone, and we overhearing him saying, yeah, they don't, you know what I'm saying, took him out, the job is done, and they all looking for the warriors, okay, and we will be looking for them too. So not only do your raggedy behind set the warriors up for this and have them take the fall and have everybody in the city looking for them, but you over here talking about you gonna be looking for them too, and you gonna make sure they don't make it through the night and that they are not able to get home. And I'm just like, Luther, if you supposed to be so big and bad, okay, and you wanted Cyrus out of here so bad and you didn't like the message that he was spreading, I would actually think that you would stand up, okay, and be like, you know what, it was me, okay, I wanted Cyrus up out of here. I ain't got time for the shenanigans he was talking about, like. But no, instead you cower, you fake, you phony, you hiding behind a damn, whoever the hell this is on this phone that you conspiring with to take him out or whatever and blame somebody else. So you absolutely don't get no respect from me. Plus you over here trying to beat the damn girl up and be like, oh, well, what you gonna do about it or whatever when she's asking you for the damn money for this candy and stuff that y'all don't freaking took. So Luther, you trash, okay? But meanwhile, Swan and them is still making their way through these streets, and we coming up on this Bronx gang. And I said, really, this what y'all gave the Bronx, honey? No shade, baby, no tea, but honey, okay? And no offense to anybody that's an actual orphan, because the name of this damn gang was the Orphans. And I said, honey, that's what y'all giving me, that y'all are homeless, that y'all ain't got a damn thing going on for yourself, that y'all some type of nerve rejects that nobody ain't want or need and ask for. And they still trying to somewhat play hard and approach them and be like, well, what are y'all doing? Y'all can't just come through my turf like y'all want to or whatever, right? And the Warriors is pretty familiar with them. We already see them kind of looking up, looking down from us, I should say, from the roof. And the Warriors is looking up at them. And then some is on the street. And we say, they got maybe 10, 20 people all together. They're like a little small gang, right? But right now, it's only 9 of us because one of ours is missing as well. And so, we like, okay, we gonna try to be diplomatic and try to have this conversation. Actually, it was 9 of them and one is missing, so now it's 8, right? And so they go ahead over to talk to them, and they like, no disrespect, we was just coming from this meeting, we just trying to make our way home. We was on the train, we had to get off the daggone train because you got a whole damn fire going on, and we are asking your permission to walk through. They tried to go about it the nice way at first, right? And so they was basically still being offended. The orphans was saying, well, what do you mean it was a big meeting? Y'all think we don't know about big meetings and we don't get invited to big meetings? It's not no big meeting if we ain't there. And they said, well, the reason why we wasn't there, and they go ahead and pull out this paper, and come to find out they actually had the heads up, okay? The words was on the street that it was going to be a raid and the popo was going to be there. So they're basically saying that's why we wasn't there. And they like, oh, okay, well, cool. Yeah, the cops was there and everything got broke up and we trying to get home right now. So they pretty much was like, okay, and was ready to let them go through. But lo and behold, okay, we know it always got to be a woman in the mix. Miss Messy Pants, okay, that's what I call her. She comes down and she's basically saying to the orphans, like, y'all gonna let them disrespect y'all like that? Y'all just gonna make it that easy for them to come up through here and walk through here like that? This is why everybody plays you and don't have no respect for you and don't think you ish because you not. And they telling her to go back in the building, and she's like, no, I'm not. And she was like, what you need to do is have them take off all of their attire, okay? They should not be able to walk through here with these warrior vests on. And he said, hell to the no. Okay, Swan was like, you playing yourself now. That's not what I'm not going to do. I was trying to give y'all a little bit of grace and a little bit of respect, but we not taking off our daggone vests, right? That's a part of who we are, and we're going to walk through this street just as we are, and ain't nobody going to do a damn thing about it. And so we see the orphans back off and go in the building, and I'm like, well, we know that ain't gonna be the end of it, right? Obviously they going in the building for something. And as the warriors is walking away, Miss Messy Pants, okay, decides she gonna freaking follow them, and it's like, girl, what are you following them for? Like, take your behind back in the building. She annoyed the hell out of me. And so we actually have Ajax come back behind her and grab her, and Swan was basically like, let her go, right? And so not too long behind that, of course, the orphans do show back up, and they got a whole bunch of different pipes and, whatever different things that they done grab to use as weapons, and we having this face off with each other. But then the Warriors was like, man, bump this, okay? We just so happen to have a bottle that we can use as a Molotov, and we gonna grab a piece off of her dress and set that on fire, and we gonna go ahead and throw that at a car, so that way that would get us, give us a chance to run away. And we gonna get on this daggone train, and Miss Messy Poots, okay, is still with them. I'm like, girl, why are you with them? Why are you going with them? Why are you not getting back home to your house and minding your damn business and getting the hell up away from us? Like, I'm so freaking confused. And she's saying how, she just needs to make it to Union Square as well. And once she get there, then she would go her own direction. I said, girl, bye. So in the meantime, of course, they get a message like, listen, the Bronx, orphans was close. Okay, Gramercy, they know now that the Warriors have still got away. They are still on the next train moving. And so we got to keep putting the word out. This is unacceptable. We want them all to go down. And, at this point, they still basically trying to figure out, how the heck they gonna get back home, because they like, is this really a thing of just the cops looking for us, or is this a thing of these other gangs is gonna be looking for us as well? We did have a truce where nobody was supposed to be going after nobody, but Cyrus done got taken out, so that deal may be off. Now, we also thinking that Cleon just got arrested. So now when we stop at this next train station, it's freaking cops there. Like I said, we either got to battle the cops or we got to battle these other gangs. And baby, the way these boys was fighting these cops, I'm just saying, if it would have been anybody else in any other situation, they would have got popped, because these boys was over here knocking the daggone cops down the stairs. They was beating them with their billy clubs. They was tripping them over. And at one point, oh, Lord, Jesus have mercy, Father God. Fox, why Fox? Fox starts fighting with them, okay? The scout, a.k.a. Fox, he's in the middle of fighting with one of the officers, and he ends up getting tossed in the tracks. Now, I forget what other movie that happened in. It was so sad. It might have been Beat Street or one of those type of films where you see the person end up getting electrocuted in the trains, right? This was something that did happen with, sometimes the different graffiti or artists or people that used to be riding on the trains, even though they didn't have no business riding on it, or, just having a scuffle, unfortunately. And so we see the sparks come, like if he's electrocuted once he gets thrown down there. But not only that, there's a train coming. So obviously Fox ain't making it, okay? R.I.P. Fox. So they don't know about this either. Now, at this point, they escape or whatever the case may be, and they saying, where's everybody else? They just thinking that they probably got on another part of the train, but they didn't, right? And so at this point, Cleon is gone and Fox is gone, but we just thinking that both of them more than likely got arrested. We don't know. They gone, okay? They ain't never coming back. So holy shit, we all split up, right? Now, we all looking or whatever the case may be, and baby, child, we got the baseball Furies, okay? Not to be confused with the Bronx Bombers, all right? They not over here rocking with the Yankees, okay? This is the fake version. This is the baseball Furies. But I will say, out of all the gangs that we have met so far, they may be the ones that I might have been scared of, okay? Y'all over here in the middle of the night just standing, with this freaking makeup on your face and you're waving around a baseball bat. I might have been, a little bit shaking in my boots if I walk outside the train station and I'll just see some guy randomly standing here doing this. Okay, you might get a little shaky from me, maybe just a little bit. So, of course, they go running, trying to get away from them. And, we gonna just keep running, honey. But then we say, you know what? We tired of running. F that. We gonna have to fight. Okay. Whatever happens, just gonna have to happen. We gonna have to get down for the get down, because ain't no way in the world we gonna keep running all the day. Or I'm tired, I'm getting out of breath and all of that. And not for nothing, that would have been my attitude too, because baby, I can only run but so daggone much. So we get out here and we say we gotta do what we gotta do, and we get to doing what, the 1-2, 1-2, okay, 1-2 checker. And we actually take them out because why not? We the damn warriors, okay? We ain't to be freaking played with. Put some respect on our freaking name. We gonna flip you. We gonna box you with your damn bat. We gonna take your bat away from you and leave you all laid out on this damn floor where y'all belong, because y'all ain't about nothing, okay? With your little makeup and your baseball hats and your bats, okay? Y'all ain't rocking with the warriors, period. And so we get to Union Square. Now, you would think that they made it to Union Square, that they going to say, you know what, let me sit my behind down here. Let me just, chill out or whatever the case may be. Relax, relate, release. We at Union Square. Let's just wait for the fellas. But no, it's 3 random chicks standing here, okay? And what is the odds of that? That they would just be waiting here is a perfect match for us, 3 with 3. And we acting like it's love and first sight, giving googly damn eyes, saying, I can't wait, come on over to my place. I'm like, what? And the only one that's acting a little leery and acting like they got sense is the one that they always want to make seem like it's so slow and don't understand nothing, which is, of course, Rembrandt. Everybody else act like they ain't got the sense God gave a roach, like they sitting on their damn brains. Okay, sure. Like they the whiz, okay, going to find a heart and some courage and brains. I can't, all right? And another doggone dummy that act like he ain't got the sense is Ajax. Ajax and the guys is walking through the park, and it's a pretty lady that just so happens to be sitting there, okay, lady in red. Nobody else in the park, okay, doing it in the park, doing it after dark. Oh yeah, that's that park. Oh yeah. Like why? Why would she just be sitting there randomly in the freaking park? What do you think she's doing there? And so they walking by and he looking and he like, oh, I'm gonna teach her a lesson. I said, Ajax, what lesson you gonna teach, huh? Well, what we teaching? She's sitting in the park after dark. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to her. And they saying, no, don't go back and talk to her. Like, we got plenty of girls at home that we could go and talk to. Let's make it home and let's go talk to those girls. Nah, y'all whack, y'all boring, y'all not about it. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna talk to her. So he said, okay, go back, have fun, good luck with that. But we gonna keep going. But they end up stopping and saying to Swan, like, listen, he did have my back there with the baseball Furies. I would not have got away if it wasn't for him helping me. So we gonna go back and see what he's talking about. Now, homegirl in the meantime is telling him, sit down, have a seat next to me, talk a little bit. Let me see what you talking about and what you got going on with them strong muscles, okay? Can do. And so when he sits down, she's like, what do you usually do with the girls? How do you usually get down? Show me, give me a little demonstration. And I'm saying, you still don't find none of this weird, Ajax? Apparently not. He don't find a damn thing weird, because ain't nothing up here, okay? Hello. Ain't nobody freaking home up there. So he over here grabbing her, being all rough and stuff, and she like, listen, slow it down, homeboy, okay? Slow down. Don't be freaking rough with me. And the next thing you know, he in damn handcuffs. So I said, well, isn't this a little bit of a entrapment? I don't know exactly how that works, okay? But I mean, you was just some random chick that was sitting here that told him to come and sit with you and show you what he could do with his muscles. And at the end of the day, he didn't have no weapon on him. He didn't have no drugs on him or nothing. But apparently none of that mean nothing. She started blowing this damn whistle, and sure enough, a patrol car, comes up, and as the fellas pull up and look, they like, oh shoot, they got him, okay, we can't do nothing about that. And again, you have him trying to fight the officers, and he end up getting popped in his damn mouth with a billy club. And I'm just like, Ajax, at this point, you deserved what you got, okay? Because if your behind would have kept walking, you would have been all right. Now, meanwhile, Swan, I should say, is all alone, okay? He is now alone. He's back over here at 96th Street again, got to still try to make his way downtown. And who you think, okay, making his way downtown, who you think is still over here, okay? And now she done got a damn jacket, and we trying to figure out, well, where the hell did you get this jacket from, sis? And she talking about she stole it from who? I don't trust Miss Messy Boots, okay? Not at all. So now They get downstairs, and here we go again. Another officer just so happens to be walking up, and Swan is able to miraculously trip him, and they are able to run down into these damn train tracks and just walk in the train tracks like it ain't nothing. And Swan, for a minute there, honey, I was about to say, now you done got hit with the dumb bug too, because we gonna stop and kiss. I said, well, how we got time to kiss? Like, let's at least get out these damn train tracks and get on a train, and then maybe we could do a little kissing there. But why are we in the middle of the tracks kissing? And so I guess he said, you right, Tamika. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about for a minute there. I got lost, and he told her, listen, I ain't got time for this. Come on, let's get to the next train station or whatever the case may be. That's my priority. He said, tonight been a hell of a bad night, and right now you are actually a part of the damn bad night. And so I got to go. And she over here talking about some, no, please wait. Come on, please. I said, please what, girl? Not you begging for him to stay there and get you in the train tracks, girl. Lord of mercy. Now, speaking of continuing to be the dumb and dumber and dumbest of them all, we are at these Lizzies, okay? This is the new female gang, right? These is who brung them back to the house. And again, Rembrandt is the only one that is looking leery. He's the only one that don't want to drink. He don't want to sit down. He don't want to kiss. He don't want to hug. He don't want to talk. He don't want to walk unless we walking back to the train station. He is going, why are we here, dogs? Why are we here? Now, they all loving it up or whatever because we got the music, we got the drinks, we got the smoke, we got girls every which way, and they like, girls like you, they usually always have somebody, and we can't believe that y'all just here and that y'all picked us and want to be with us. And so, we kissing and rubbing and touching or whatever the case may be, and we just loving this all up. She say y'all can have y'all pick, y'all can take any of them that you want, and right now we want them all. We don't forgot all about that. We supposed to be running for our damn lives to get back home to Brooklyn. How quickly we forget. And so not until Rembrandt actually sees one of them go and lock the door, and he's overhearing them say, because they originally was like, yeah, we know about y'all warriors. And they was like, well, how you know about us? How you heard about us? Oh, yeah, everybody knows about the warriors. And they over here taking it like it's a damn compliment or something, right? And so finally he gets the full story that, no, baby, they've been putting this broadcast out on y'all. Every gang in New York City is looking for y'all. Y'all are the ones that took out Cyrus. Therefore, we gonna be the ones that is gonna be able to take you out. So now we got hammers being pulled out. We got knives pulling out. Now our eyes want to get all big, and we want to act like we paying the damn attention now when we gotta run for our life. They literally made it out of there by the skin of their damn teeth. Okay, I don't know how the hell none of them ain't get popped up. I think freaking Rembrandt may have got a damn scratch on him, and then he puts them all up to date on it as they get downstairs. But yo, they think we took out Cyrus, and they like, what? Oh, we gotta get to the train station. I said, now y'all want to go to the train station? No, stick around a little bit longer. Go back upstairs, hang outside with the damn girls. That's what y'all wanted to do. So we got, at this point, child, I don't know how, because he left her and was already walking, but we some kind of way are able to meet up at Union Square at the same time. We was able to walk from 96th Street and get to Union Square, and the other guys is already there. So we are all starting to, come together as one or whatever, right? And we have initially Swan walking, and this guy with these roller skates just gliding behind him. And I'm saying to myself, now, Swan, I know you hear this, dude. Ain't no way in the world that we in the middle of New York City, okay, in a quiet, empty train station, and these damn skates make mad freaking noise. This ain't like the new generation blades that they got out now, okay? I used to be skating on these skates, and you gonna tell me you don't hear that? You don't notice this guy rolling from side to side behind you, okay? But yeah, he actually did. We later find out, because Miss Messy Pants want to come talking about some, don't look now, with some guys behind you. I said, well, how the hell can he miss them? They big and doofy as hell too, on top of you being with some skates. And that would not scare me. I'm sorry, this would not scare me if I seen some guy that was rolling with these skates. I would be done kicked your behind down some stairs if you don't get up out my damn face. So he sees that the warriors, the rest of his crew is coming to him too as well. So it's like reunited and we feel so good. Okay, we about to be about it and get on these dudes. We is not trying to be running around and playing these games no more. What we gonna do is go over here in the side in this bathroom and they all gonna follow us. Now she over here talking about some, well, I really don't want to go in the bathroom. It's a man's bathroom. I said, girl, you ain't have a problem with following them all damn night. Take your ass in the bathroom too, okay? So they follow them in the bathroom, and baby, we get to it, okay? Rembrandt over here spraying them in the face with his damn graffiti paint, okay? We doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even she said, I gotta take a bite out of crime, okay? She took a big old chunk out his damn shoulder. I said, yes, girl, get it. Make yourself damn useful, okay? We got somebody flying into the damn mirrors on the wall. We about to break y'all up. Y'all wanted to come on and fight the warriors? Y'all gonna fight the warriors, okay? Be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. Like, we trying to get home. We ain't got time for your shenanigans, all right? And so they go ahead and beat them up or whatever, and then we have the Gramercy Rips getting another update, but this time it's somebody else, okay, that apparently said, I see you, okay? We got somebody else that's a witness that's coming in to give them a little update that they may want to know as to what they saw out here in these streets, and it ain't the warriors, okay, that done took out Cyrus. And so, child, these warriors was on this train, baby. They is beat, they is bruised, they is cut, they is burned, they is tired, they is stressed out, they is over it, okay? And we have some little white couples that get on the train with their little pom-pom, okay, corsages and all of that coming from the prom, and they looking at them like, oh, in disgust or whatever. And she was about to go ahead and fix her hair, and he was like, girl, leave your damn hair alone. Like, you ain't out here to impress nobody and give people what the hell they want. Is not about that, okay? So she, essentially just puts her hand down, and then they just staring at them, and then the little white people go running off the train like they all shook and scared, to be next to these gang members, okay? We got to get away from them. So finally, we made it back home. We are at Steelwell Avenue. Okay, the morning has came. We made it through the break of dawn, child. We survived all these different games. We see the Wonder Wheel again. We at Coney Island, baby. We done fought. Okay, we done fought for our damn lives. Okay, all my life I had to fight. We fought the skinheads. We fought the baseball furries. We fought the daggone Lizzies. Okay, we ran through doors. We flipped into walls. We crashed into damn mirrors. Listen, okay, we want to go home now. And we have finally made it home. Not knowing that, again, we lost two of our, compadres. We thinking that they arrested, but they not. They dead as damn doornails. And we know that Ajax has been arrested. And we have this moment where, Swan is really thinking to himself, like, damn, we really went through all of this, and this is what we fought to get back to. And maybe I actually want to take my behind somewhere else in this world. Maybe I want to do some damn traveling. And Miss Messy is talking about, well, I ain't never been nowhere, so maybe I could travel with you sometime, Swan. But, he over here giving her the corsage that got dropped on the train floor or whatever. And she's like, what's this for? And he was like, I just don't like seeing things go to waste. So we thinking that we all good, we done made it back home and we just gonna walk. And no, okay, Luther and his raggedy behind is still over here trying to press and come up on them and still trying to say, I'm gonna go ahead and take them out, I'm gonna get rid of them. And they peep him strolling up behind them, and they go get every single weapon that they could from over the boardwalk. And they was just like, okay, bring it. Like, whatever you want to do, meet us over here at the beach in the sand. Let's go down. You ain't scaring nobody because, Luther tried to come and be like, warriors, come out and play. Warriors, come out and play. And we was like, we ain't scared of you, Luther. Bring it, okay? Bring that ish. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this was a little ironic to me, okay? That Luther's over here like, yeah, we gonna get you, you going down. And Swan is like, come on, fight me one-on-one, let's do this. And, Luther talking about some, nah, I ain't fighting you. You really think I'm gonna fight you one-on-one? What I'm gonna do is pop you. And Luther miraculously, okay, go ahead with this knife, and was like, shoot, okay, right in the damn arm that was holding the hammer. The hammer goes off, but nobody don't get shot. Okay, some kind of way Luther know how to, okay, block. He was on the Matrix long before the Matrix, and he gonna come over and take that same knife out of daggone Luther arm and take a piece of damn hair, to put down to the freaking side, probably on his keychain as a souvenir, child. I said, okay, Swan, I see you. So, of course, now the Gramercy Riffs all of a sudden show up, and they like asking, do y'all still got beef with us? That's what Swan asks him. And he says, nah, the Warriors is okay with me. Okay, that has all been called off. We are here to finish up the job. I said, well, damn, y'all a little too freaking late. Okay, y'all don't have half the damn city chasing us. We done went through all different kind of mess, and now y'all want to come after the freaking, end and do the easy part. Okay, I guess. So, they go ahead and take Luther off, and he over there trying to cry and trying to still say, it wasn't me, it wasn't me, it was the Warriors. And, we got to get on the landline, we got to get on the radio, and we got to say, the Warriors was innocent, the story was all wrong. We regret that it had to go down that way, but now we got the right story, and we got the right person. So, let the Warriors have their way and live their lives and do what they need to do, okay? And so we over here looking into each other's eyes, Swan and Miss Messy Pants, and everybody else is just kind of walking off and looking at, the water on the beach and the sunset and all of that. And we are, y'all, at the end of the Warriors. That is how that, excuse me, went down. So yeah, y'all, that was Warriors. I was really, really, really excited and looking forward to talking about this movie. It is one of my favorites. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Definitely put it in the chat. Let me know if you've ever seen The Warriors, what you think about it, or what you like, what you don't like. Who's your favorite characters? Do you think that we could possibly have a remake? Would a remake work for you? Or are you just like, hell no, leave this the way that it is? We don't need nothing else but what we got. Definitely let me know. Let me know you came by. Okay, give me a wave, say hey. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you were so inclined. And if you have any other, movies that you think you would want me to cover inside of my Monday mobsters, gangsters, hood classics, let me know about that too. Even though my list is long, I don't mind adding some other ones to the list, y'all. Okay, so let me know how you like the new segment and all that good stuff, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Toodaloo.